This is Khan al-Ahmar, a Palestinian Bedouin community in the West Bank. It sits isolated, trapped right next to a major modern highway. The people here lack basic services and live under the constant threat of forced eviction. These demolition orders and movement restrictions follow the boundaries of an invisible map drawn over 30 years ago. To understand the physical crisis of bulldozers and displacement happening now, we have to look at the bureaucratic division of the land itself. This map shows the fragmentation of the modern West Bank. It isn't contiguous. Instead, it operates like Swiss cheese, isolated islands separated by a vast surrounding landmass. The entire region falls under three distinct designations: Area A, B, and C. This specific division dictates the infrastructure of the West Bank, determining which authority controls the water, maintains the roads, and the movement of its people. In 1993, the Oslo I Accords created the Palestinian Authority. But it was the 1995 Oslo Second Accords that had to tackle the physical geography of the West Bank. The 1995 negotiations hit a severe deadlock. Israel demanded personal autonomy, control over people, but not land. The Palestinian negotiators demanded territorial autonomy, insisting on control over the physical land. A simple border was impossible. The geography of the West Bank was too complex, with shared water aquifers, deep historical ties, and dozens of existing Jewish settlements already spread throughout the territory. Because the land was too intertwined for a clean territorial split, negotiators invented a complex, hybrid system of governance. The solution was a tiered system that divided the West Bank into three zones, allocating different levels of civil and security control to Israel and the Palestinian Authority. Area A makes up about 18% of the land. This covers major Palestinian cities where the Palestinian Authority was granted full control over both civil affairs and internal security. Area B covers about 22% of the territory, comprising over 450 Palestinian towns and villages. In these zones, the Palestinian Authority handles civil affairs, while Israel retains control over security. Finally, Area C makes up the remaining 60% of the land. This includes the settlements, military sites, and rural areas. Here, Israel holds exclusive control over internal security and nearly all civil affairs, including the management of the land itself. Negotiators used the mechanical names Area A, B, and C to avoid ideological disputes, a strategy borrowed from the 1979 Sinai Peace Treaty between Israel and Egypt. This complex architecture was originally designed to be a temporary 5-year stepping stone towards peace, not a permanent border. Decades later, these temporary lines have hardened into a permanent mechanism of control, and Area C is now the focal point of the crisis. Israel's exclusive civil control in Area C allows for rapid, state-backed expansion of Jewish settlements. At the same time, it is nearly impossible for Palestinians to obtain the legal building permits required to maintain their own homes. This legal asymmetry leads to the mass demolition of Palestinian houses, animal shelters, and agricultural structures by Israeli authorities. Administrative and zoning control in Area C functions as a bureaucratic tool for displacing Palestinian populations from the land. Navigating between these fragmented zones is a logistical nightmare. Military closures and checkpoints like this one frequently sever communities from the rest of the territory. These movement restrictions block access to essential services, preventing children from reaching schools and patients from reaching hospitals. Fragmentation also creates an infrastructural trap. Area C holds the open land needed for landfills and water sources, but Palestinians are prohibited from building or accessing infrastructure in those areas. The inability to manage waste or access water in Area C triggers severe public health hazards inside the neighboring towns of Areas A and B. Territorial fragmentation severs the flow of travel and systemically suffocates the basic functions of civil society and public health. Recent years have seen a severe spike in extralegal settler violence and land confiscation. In just 20 months, approximately 500 Palestinians were forcibly displaced from their homes. This existential insecurity is causing entire Bedouin communities to be completely emptied. The system of Areas A, B, and C has mutated from a temporary peace blueprint into the physical architecture of a permanent humanitarian crisis.